God's work. Day 2. Noah's wife. But I will establish my covenant with you, and you will enter the ark, you and your sons and your wife and your sons' wives with you. Genesis chapter 6, verse 18. It's not the most glamorous mention in the Bible. In fact, it's easy to skip over. Noah's wife doesn't get a detailed, three-dimensional rendering the way many other biblical women do. We don't even get her name. While Noah is the star of the story about the flood, it's important to remember his wife was alongside him the whole time. So, in many ways, Noah's story is her story too. The old saying, "Behind every great man is a great woman," was probably true in Noah's case. He would have needed a lot of support to complete the task God had given to him. It probably took Noah many years to build the ark, and his neighbors must have thought he was crazy. Noah and his family are a strong example of resisting the evils of one's culture and finding favor with God rather than man. Scripture shows us that mankind has gone morally astray many, many times before, and our world is likely to get worse before Jesus returns. While that may sound depressing, we can find encouragement in the stories of people like Noah and his family. Noah found favor in God's eyes, and he and his family were rescued. Noah carried out the work God called him to, with the support of his wife, we presume, no matter what others might think. Have you ever felt like you don't belong in your own culture? What are some of the ways God has encouraged you in those times when you felt like an outsider? Day 3. Sarah. God also said to Abraham, "As for Sarai, your wife, you are no longer to call her Sarai. Her name will be Sarah. I will bless her and will surely give you a son by her. I will bless her so that she will be the mother of nations. Kings of peoples will come from her." Genesis chapter 17, verses 15 through 16. Sarai had her name for many decades. She was probably pretty comfortable with it. And then God decreed her name would be Sarah instead of Sarai. Why? Sarai means "my princess" in Hebrew. Sarah is a similar name with the same root, but it has grander connotations, almost like Queen Mother or Mother of Nations, a fitting change for the role God was asking Sarai to assume. She was going to be the mother of Abraham's promised miracle child, the mother of many nations to come. We don't usually change our actual names, but our relationship with God does change our labels, and that's really what God was doing for Sarai. Think of who you used to be before you met Jesus. What are some of the labels you ascribed to yourself before God began to change you into Christ's image? Maybe you used to feel like a screw-up, like nothing you did was right, but now God has removed that label and shown you how loved you are. Or maybe you felt like everything you did was perfect, but now God has removed that label and replaced it with humility to show you places you need to grow. God is constantly remaking us in His image to glorify His name. What are some labels God might want to replace for you so you can better fulfill His purpose in your life? Day 4. Hagar. Hagar gave this name to the Lord who spoke to her. "You are the God who sees me," for she said, "I have now seen the one who sees me." Genesis chapter 16, verse 13. Hagar had a rough go. She was Sarai's maidservant, and when Sarai doubted God's promise of a son, she gave Hagar to Abram so they might produce an heir. Quite disturbing to our modern sensibilities. intentional